Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. This is weird this week because I'm completely surrounded by people that aren't normally here.
We'll just take over now.
Yeah, that's
this
it.
is our podcast
I'm
now.
feeling bullied. Well, Will's 2-week streak has unsurprisingly come to an end. And Vish is off doing other things that we won't mention on here.
Oh, yes.
He's all loved up. So, yeah, we'll let him off this week. So, I've been joined by Rob, who's come back for his second episode, and Taylor.
Thank you.
Mate, that's all I give you.
Thank you.
That's all I give. No, thank you, mate. Taylor's normally sat that side of the camera and making us sound half decent, so it's your turn this week to throw a bit back in again.
Which is probably the worst week for me to be here, considering I've got half a voice.
That's what you get for screaming at the football, yeah?
Yeah, it's good the football.
Yes.
Thank you. Nice save. Thank you.
We won't mention it. Episode 92.
Yes, it is.
Confirmed, 92. Yes, we're in. You're getting closer to that 100th episode. I know you tell me not to chase the numbers, but I've been looking at the numbers and they're getting closer to 10,000 downloads.
Which is incredible. I think even the fact that, obviously I work in podcasting and there's like a really boring stat of like a lot of shows don't make it past like 10 episodes, like they give up.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're nearing 100, 10,000 downloads, like that doesn't include YouTube or like the social media reach. So it's a huge, huge achievement.
Yeah, we had a little look last week and some of the videos have been played a couple of million times on the socials. So yeah, it's a bit weird really.
Which, considering like why it started and how it was like, you know, we want more people to talk, you know, you struggle for some people to speak to like one person. So the fact that some of these kind of like clips have been played millions of times, like it's a massive, massive like compliment to what you have created.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Which brings us nicely on because Rob messaged me week before last. He had an idea. So in lack of Vish, who's normally the ideas guy, Rob's in today with an idea for this subject. So you want to tell us what it is, Rob?
Yeah, so we're going to talk first half politics, second half... No, I'm joking.
I was going to say,
You're not coming
picked the wrong week.
And that's us cancelled.
Yeah, I know, because let's be honest, I mean, we'd only need about 20 minutes, we'd have it all sorted, and then we wouldn't have nothing to talk about.
Yes, it's about bin face.
Oh, no,
Yes.
no,
No, let's not go there.
No, sorry.
Go on, mate, carry on.
If he gets in, I'm going to the nearest airport, and I'm just going to say, where is your next flight? I'm on it.
Anyway, I'll take it.
And they'll
anyway.
go, it could be Yemen. I'll be like, yep, see you later.
It's great to find yourself in Yemen, apparently.
But like,
Yemen!
I'm just like, yeah, it's sort of, it's ridiculous. But we're not going to go there. No, so I wanted to come back on because obviously first time around, it was my first time doing it. And it's like, oh my God, I'm on a podcast and you're all like stiff and rigid. And it's like, you know, you're thinking about what you're going to say. Don't say the wrong thing. Don't be
92
offensive.
episodes in, mate, and I'm still the same.
Yeah. And then I just thought, then when I heard it back, I was like, actually, it ain't that bad. And it was fine. So it's like this time round, I'm way more like relaxed. It's like, yeah, let's go on. And then I thought this episode, we could talk about like positivity and find it, because I know like men's mental health, it's a serious thing. And a lot of people, and it's the way I look at it is like no one's problems are too small. Like everyone has their own problems and, you know, there are things, but it's like, for example, you know, someone could say, you know, how you been? I had a shit week. And you go, well, what happened? And they'll say, oh, you know, something happened on Wednesday where the car broke down, they were late for work. But the truth is, they probably had an all right day Monday. They had a great day Tuesday. That was a horrible day Wednesday. And then Thursday, Friday were okay. But it takes the shine off everything else. And it's like if you listen to YouTubers, they will say, oh, you know, don't look at the comments and stuff like that, because what they'll do is they'll have 100 positives, but it's that one negative that they focus on. Yeah. And I thought we could talk about how we can all try and find positivity in anything. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, how small, just small things that help make your week a bit better.
Yeah. I mean, we've said it on here before, it is so easy that anything positive gets overshadowed by the tiniest little negative thing, and then you beat yourself up, and then it just snowballs and just becomes a bigger thing than it necessarily was. And it comes back down to the celebrating the wins that we were talking about last week. You have to have those moments where you have to appreciate it and really sort of involve yourself in it rather than worry about anything else. So well done, ideas, man.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't need you after all, Vish.
I think it's a really good topic. It's like, especially like I lead with the negative. So, you know, like if someone was to ask like how my holiday was or how my day was, before I've even like considered telling them like I had a really nice time, I'll be like, oh, I had a really nice time, but the weather was this.
Yeah,
It was too hot.
rubbish.
It was this happened.
Yeah.
And it's like, but you have to really challenge kind of like your head not to lead like that.
Yeah.
It's like I'm reading a really good book at the minute called Atomic Habits. That is like for this exact reason. So it's quite weird that you said, do you want to jump
magic.
on this? Because it's a real almost like toxic trait that we do. And I don't think it's just like a men thing. I think it is just a generally like even a British thing that we always find the negative.
Yeah.
But I think once you've gone through something, especially if it's kind of like life-changing or something that has kind of really challenged you from a mental health point of view, to be like, this could be worse. Like, it could always be worse. So almost like challenging your mindset or trying to frame things in a very different way. It's horrible and it's really difficult. I'm still like trying to learn that, but it can change the trajectory of those kind of conversations, or even like the course of like your day, to be like, actually, yeah, it was bad, but there was this. That was actually like, there's a really great philosopher, and it's actually the reason why I don't have a voice at the moment, but Pitbull.
Friend of the show, Pitbull.
I went to see Pitbull on Friday, is why I've got no voice. But he's saying one of his very famous songs, it's negatives to positives.
Yeah.
It's like challenging that negative, like, yeah, this bad thing happened, but what did you learn from it?
Yeah.
You know, it's that kind of mindset. I think once you can adopt it and start kind of like trickling it in, can really change a lot for you.
I think jumping on the football bandwagon from last week, because I know I got shut down by the other two last week because I don't watch football, so I was on my own. But it's interesting because there's a lot of stuff in the media in a minute. I don't know if you saw the interview after the England game the other night with Thomas Tuchel and then Jude Bellingham straight after. And Tuchel had turned around and said that we were very lucky that they made mistakes, they were sloppy X, Y, and Z. And then Bellingham comes on and gives his view, and he gets told what the manager's just said. And he's like, oh, whatever. And they've had a little bit of a snipe at each other, but I think it's in a positive way because I think they both really want to sort of show how passionate they are about it and how well they want to do. Yeah. But they're almost using that negative side as that push to get that message over. So it does. I think it is how you frame it, and I think it's how you can twist it, and using that negative sometimes as the positive.
But why do we do it?
I don't know. I think it comes down to you, because I think you might want to do so well, and I think you're doing well, and you think, oh yeah, you can't really enjoy it because you think, well, there's something going to come along and bite me in the ass.
Yeah,
it's a natural thing though, because if you look at just in general, like the news, it's always bad. It's always bad news. No one really wants to know about good news. You know, it's like they don't go, oh, today this happened and it was great. It's always about like this happened, there's been this many people, or this much lost, or stuff like that. It's always the bad stuff.
Good news doesn't sell, does it? Nobody's interested in that. They don't know whatever.
Do you know what though? That's a really good point, and it's actually really sad because I found, like, especially doing the job that I do, people want, or they would engage more like with the sad, with the angry, with those kind of like awful kind of clickbaity things, whereas not many people will like, you know, celebrate happiness or like celebrate kind of like, oh, that's gone really well. It's almost like I don't know why we do it.
Yeah, we sort of. Is it because we can sort of resonate more with the negative kind of things? So you think, well, you put yourself, well, I've been there, understand what you're going through, and rather than I'm not necessarily been in such a positive place, and I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's also like, I don't want to come across wrong as well. Like, there are things that will be negative. Like, for example, for you, Dan, like when you had to put your dog down.
Yeah.
That's a shit week.
Yeah.
Because it's something where it's something you know it's going to happen. It happens, and you're dealing with it. It is. You can say that is. But what I'm trying to say is, like, you know, anyone that's going through things like, you know, if it's like a breakup, or if they're going through things where it's court and they're fighting over the kids, things like that's like valid stuff. That's stuff that is rubbish in your life, and there's no positives in it while it's in the bad stage.
Yeah.
But it's the small things like, you know, if you're going out and you go to the pub and the pub's closed or they don't sell, you know, or if it's like you're going somewhere and it's like, oh, we booked a reservation, but they double booked and we didn't get in. It's like, okay, it's a bit rubbish, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And then, you know, find a positive. Like, all right, we're not going to eat here. Let's go somewhere else. And then you're kind of on this adventure where you're going to go somewhere random. You don't know what you're doing. Just
and
sort of
sometimes they turn out to be better nights, don't they? Because you're like, oh, well, we'll try something, and then you just stumble across something. Actually,
I think a really good example of that at the minute is obviously the weather. It's obviously ridiculously hot at the moment, and obviously we're very much like, oh, it's too hot. It's like, you know, it's a bit much, you know. It affects sleep, it affects this. But on the flip side of that, if you do kind of like challenge it, you're like, well, actually, it was freezing cold a few months ago, and we were all kind of whinging that it was cold. You know, there's going to come a time when the rain, like the heavens are going to open soon, and it's all going to have like torrential rain for like weeks. So it is kind of like embracing almost like the adventure of it. Like, I really like what you've just said, because it's like, this thing could actually stop you in your tracks, but you could actually also use it as a stepping stone, or just because that door's closed doesn't mean that one's going to be closed. So it's quite an exciting thing at the same time to lean into that kind of like the positivity rather than the negative, which I think is, in this day and age, is very easy to stay in the negative. But if the sun is shining, remind yourself that you get to see, you get to feel. Like, my mum's in a neurological care home. Like, there are days on end, like weeks on end, where she won't feel the sun like on her skin. So it's things like that I think it doesn't have to be as dramatic as, you know, my mum being in a wheelchair, but you know, you can kind of like find those little bits of joy in every day. Why do you just laugh at that?
It's just the way that you just had to qualify that by saying, you know, it doesn't have to be that dramatic.
Just remind the listeners.
All right, okay. You're not coming on again.
Sadness sells.
No, but it's, I don't know, is it, because do we not, using that as an example where you're thinking, well, it could be worse, is that sort of conditioning with us that we don't want to focus on somebody else's problems, and they don't want to sort of identify that? Do we feel a bit guilty about using that as a way of thinking? I don't know. It is a weird thing, because we just, like you say, you see so many of these Facebook reels and YouTube videos of people doing really well, and you're like, fuck off. Do you know what I mean?
I was going to come on to something about that.
But it's just like, why can't we use that as a positive rather than maybe the jealousy side, or the... Yeah. It's almost like we're trying to feed off two different emotions and they fight against each other. I don't know.
This is an interesting one. I think I'd use anxiety as a thing for this. Like, you don't give yourself like a hard time when you're happy. I don't think you should be giving yourself a hard time when like you're anxious or like not quite there. But also allow yourself to be happy. Yeah. Like, you know, I've got no voice for a reason, but like in those moments when it's like live music and I'm in like my own little like world, like it's like pure happiness. Like, I shouldn't be giving myself like a hard time for experiencing those range of emotions. So, you know, whenever it is like scrolling through Instagram, or, you know, you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, this person again. Like, well, actually, is it coming from a place of like jealousy, or is like, because they're doing something that you wish you could do? I think we're all kind of sat here like, a year ago, we wouldn't thought that we'd all be sat here in a studio doing this kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, just embrace that kind of like the journey of it. And like, just because it's not happening to you right now, yes, it's okay to be a little bit jealous, but like, you don't get bigger or higher by tearing someone else down. No.
It's like, like I'll go on Instagram and it's like, you'll see people, they'll go out for meals, posh places and all that. And, you know, just think, you know, fair play. You've got yourself in a position where you guys can go out and do that. Or there'll be people that have gone to Florida Disneyland and they've got the kids with them and they're going out, and you think that's great because the kids are having a great time. That's going to be an amazing memory for them. And then, but the thing is, well, I do sit there and go, obviously you are going to post like good things about your life, because you're not going to go, oh God, hang on, let me just get a photo of this. I've got my credit card bill. And then you post that. You know, hashtag oh shit.
Garage bill shit. Yeah.
So, you know, and that's the thing. It just, again, try and be positive for others. Yeah. You know, again, I've got, like last year was probably like one of my hardest times when I was like really down. And again, it's like, I'm in like a much better place. Earlier this year was quite hard because of changing jobs, because I managed to get out of this toxic job that I was in. But then I was like, it was agencies and on and off work. And it's like, you know, the financial side of it all was a bit too much or getting on top of me. But now that I've like got this full-time job, a contract, everything. It's like, right, I'm way more relaxed. I'm so much better. And then I think some people spoke about this on the group where, like, they'll say, like, they were getting better, but they've dropped and they feel so much worse. And it's like, I know what they mean. Like, sometimes you get to a place where you're so good, but you, in the back of your head, you're like,
you're always waiting for
I could
that.
fall back that way.
Yeah.
And it's going to be just as hard because when you're like in it and you're kind of going up and down, very little, just like small drops, but small lifts. And then when you do lift yourself up higher, you know that the drop's going to be harder.
Yeah.
But again, using the positivity in it, it's like, well, I've got here and I'm in this position mentally. I know I can do it again.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what. I've been through like so many things, whether it be, you know, financial, personal stuff through work, personal stuff in relationships. It's like I've always found a way through it. And, you know, there are days when it's hard and you think sometimes there is no light at the end of the tunnel, but just after a little bit of, you know, talking, just kind of feeling your way through it all, you get there and you can, and everyone can. And then, you know, some people feel like they've got no one, but it's like if you really step back and look at who you've got around you, whether it's, you know, your family, friends, brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, aunties, uncles, all of them, you know, you've got a lot of people around you that will support you.
Yeah.
So
We said about it before, it's building that toolkit, and like you say, you've gone through stuff, you know you can get through stuff. And you said it on the episode you came on, that it's only when you hit rock bottom that you know the way out. And once you get that into your head that, you know, I've been here or I've been worse than this before, and I've got through it and I'm still going. And that's what we've got, that's the conditioning and the change of the mindset that you have to have. But it's so fucking hard to do.
It is tough. Like, I don't know what, like, I'm feeling quite musical today, but like what you were just saying, it was just like reminded me of, like, yes, you know, things are going to drop, but it's like listen to a song. There's always like a really good chorus.
Yeah.
And then it's going to kind of plateau, like it's going to go back into kind of like the verse. But one of the great things about kind of like life and those kind of situations, yes, it's going to test you. Yes, it's going to push you to your limits, but it's going to build your resilience. It's not going to make sense in the moment that it's happening. You know, it's shit, but it's going to give you so much resilience and like strength that when you do get to that point again, hopefully you don't get to that point again, but you've got almost like a back catalogue of almost like a portfolio of like, well, actually, if I've done this once, I can do it again. Yeah. And then like the music thing, it's like the beautiful thing is like, yes, you know, there's a high, there's a drop, there's a verse, there's a chorus, but it's okay to change the song. So if it's not working for you right now, use kind of like those past experiences and like use it for like your driving force, because like there's a saying, you see it on Instagram all the time, it's like you've survived 100% of your bad days. Yeah. Like you're still here for a reason. Yeah. And I think utilizing, you know, the people around you, you know, like back and forth, you know, your friends, family, like there is always someone there to like listen to. It's not completely apparent like in those moments. Like from personal experience, I was like, I'm on my own, like I'm gonna have to figure this out, and obviously went down a bit of a dark path. But it wasn't until I actually realised that actually there's a lot of people experience this, whether it's financial, whether it's relationship, like there's always someone that has been through what you've been through. All you have to do is just kind of make that first kind of like step and be like, can we talk about this? Like, this is shit. Can we have a chat? Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's not easy in the slightest.
I had that exact conversation with somebody today because we've got the charity football match on Sunday. I was talking to one of the lads that's organising it, and he's had a real rough time of it. And he's still struggling, and he doesn't know if he's going to be there on Sunday for the game. But he was like, I had my family there, and they sorted me out. And I was like, yeah, I said, and that's the hardest thing sometimes, is just put your hand up and say, I'm struggling. But once you get into that and realise that it's probably the strongest thing you can do is to accept that you're struggling, you want some help, and you ask for it. Yeah. Then you turn it into positive, and then all of a sudden you find these people that are around that can help you through it.
Mm. Yeah, it is. It's like well, I've said it before. Like a lot of say the guys in Back and Forth have been put there by their partners.
Yes,
which is I'm one of them. And because I think we were taking the kids to the park, and Alison was going, I'm going to go and speak to him. He's like, you coming along? I was like, no, yeah. no, I'm a man, I'm a man. I don't do that. Yeah, you know, that whole stigma side of it. And and we went down. She said, I've got some stuff and that. And I still say, like, I'd take my hat off to anyone that's come forward themselves, because I think it's like really brave, because I couldn't do it. And even when and the thing is, I didn't even go to the walk, like, because it was all on Facebook. I don't have Facebook. So she was setting it all up for me. She's like my PA. And then I had to go. So she just basically was like, oh yeah, you're going to go to the tuning fork and this and the other. And I got there and I was like, I stood around, I was waiting. There was no one around apart from this guy with his dog. And I thought, don't know who that is. And then another guy came out wearing the same jumper as him. So I thought, oh, they must be together. And it was you and JB. You were the one with the dog. And then I was like, okay, that was it. And then we just sort of came out for the walk. And I think it is nerve-wracking when you do something like that. It's the same with the social. Because then the social was the same thing. It was like, oh, I'm going to meet all these different people that I've never met. But you literally walk in, everyone says hello, and you sit down. And you're not made to like talk. It's not like you get sat down and go, okay, right, Rob, why are you here? What's your issues? It's like you don't have to at all. You can literally sit back, listen. And sometimes as well, like someone else will talk about their issues. And it's like just being there to give a small bit of advice, whether it helps or not, but it makes you feel better in yourself. Yeah. And that's that's a good thing that you can like do for yourself. If you're there and someone says, you know, I'm struggling with this, and you've got an issue but you're not ready to talk about it. But if someone else is talking, and you can say, well, do you know what? I think maybe if you go down this path, or if you look at this sort of thing, like for me, like one of the things I've done lately is just like trying to find things to do, like going out. And like I put on the thing, I went out for the F1. Yeah. So I thought, do you know what? I'm not going to sit at home and whatever. I thought I'm going to go out on the bike, just go somewhere different, watch the F1, and then I can ride back. And it was just amazing. Just a nice day. It's like, come back and feel much better. Yeah. For me, when we do the socials and the walks, because of my job, I'm a people watcher, and I'll sit in the pub and I'll watch conversations kicking off and arguments kicking on. I'll like get the popcorn out, it's all going on. But gossip. For the socials, I love it. I'll just sit back and I'll watch all these little conversations going on. And like you say, people that not necessarily have spoken to each other before, don't even know who they are before that night. They have these conversations, so you all chip in. And for me, going back to that, focusing on somebody else's issues, sometimes it's relieving because you're in that position yourself and you think you're in on your own. And when you hear somebody else saying, I'm going through the middle of it a minute, or I've got this going on, it's almost like, oh, fuck me, I'm not on my own. There are other people that are struggling as well. I'm okay because it's happening to somebody else as well. And that's what builds the sort of positive side of it as well. Yeah, all right, I'm stuck in this shit at the minute. Somebody else is going through that. Okay, maybe we can talk to each other, and then it builds from there.
Do you think people realise that they've got the answer, like, in them? Because obviously, if you're surrounded by those people, and if you're not like a most confident of speakers, and like you're in those kind of environments, you know, listening, there's a strong chance that when the advice question gets asked, you're like, well, actually, if I was in your position, I would do this. I imagine there's been a fair few light bulb moments like, shit, I was in that situation like a month ago. Yep. Or like, shit, I'm in this situation now, this could happen. Yeah. I imagine there's a lot of kind of like moments of like, oh, now it makes sense. Yes.
And I think it's that being able to have those conversations out loud rather than just milling around in your head and you're stuck in it thinking, oh, you know, what do I do now? When you actually say the words out loud, you go, oh, yeah, that's pretty simple. And sometimes it can be a really simple solution, but until you voiced it or you've heard it mentioned by somebody else, you go, oh, yeah, okay, I see where you're going.
I suppose as well, like we talk about, you were saying about how like you can be so down, you feel like you're on your own, like you're the only one in it. One of the things, say like probably a common thing would be, you know, you've got two people in a relationship, because that's usually how it works.
Well, depends if you're David Hay.
It depends, yeah. It depends on the
Or Neo. Neo's got 3 girlfriends.
Really? Yeah. That's at the time.
Neo.
Yeah. Greedy, isn't it?
Yeah. 3.
But like, if you've got like, say you've got two people in a relationship, living together, and then both working, and what will happen is, probably one of the common things is, you're both working a lot, bills are going up, you're not seeing or spending much time with each other, you can't really afford to go out together and do things, and that's when like your relationship is taking a bit of a toll. But what will happen is, like say, if you go out and you're in say one of the socials, again, you might have someone else who starts talking about their relationship and they're mirroring what you're going through. Yeah. And again, it's like, I'm not alone, actually. And it straight away can go, oh, and then they straight away talk about stuff. It's like you bat off each other and just say, well, you know, well, what about this? Or you start coming up with ideas of, I think we spoke to someone in the socials where they were having an issue with somewhere, and one of the things we said is, well, don't do that. Like, because I think it was very expensive what they were doing. It's like, why don't you just come away from it and have like a day where you go somewhere together, like if it's just a meal, going for a drink, just something small. You've got something you do once a month. I mean, I don't do that, so I don't practice what I preach.
Yes.
But I think you're
very
spot on
guilty
with
of
the experiences though. I give myself such a hard time from a financial point of view. It's only really been this last year when I've actually allowed myself to enjoy like the hard work. Like I was in such a toxic place with it, and now it's like I've had probably one of the biggest and best years of my life. It's come at obviously a huge kind of like cost, like financially and even like mentally at certain times. But you have to allow yourself to enjoy those moments, like whether it is financially. I know it's not, no one's got like money to like throw and do all these kind of things. But going back to like the small things, like even if it's going for a walk, you got on your bike and went to like the F1, like, take your partner with you, like do those things I think can really help solidify when it comes to like relationships, especially with the one like with yourself. Like you're allowed to enjoy yourself. And I think, you bring social media into it, like it's constantly like comparison. They're doing this, they're doing this, they're doing this. But you might not know the sacrifice that they've like had to make, like to get to that point. So I think we're very easy to kind of give ourselves like a hard time for those kind of things. Like I think what you've just said is a harsh reminder for me, like take a step back. You don't have to react. You can like
just let it
just
run.
reset. Yeah. I like that.
And we've had it going back to the social nights. We've had blokes come. They've been saying, I'm going to come for weeks. And they'll get to a point and they've got as far as the door and they've turned around and gone back. And then they message going, I couldn't come from the door. Well, it's okay because you've taken a step further this week than you did last week. Appreciate that, celebrate that. And then next time, take that little extra step and come through the door. And it's like you say, people expect you to go into this room and we throw a tennis ball around and you're like, right, Rob, tell me what the fuck's wrong with you this week. I don't want to. But it's not. You go in, you can talk about anything. You don't, like you say, you don't have to talk about what it is you're going through, but just sitting there and being around other people is enough sometimes. And then you just build on that. I mean, that's what we've done. It's sneaky, really. It's the same as the walks, because if you walk around in silence, it's a shit walk. But you have to talk to somebody because they're next to you on the same piece of pavement. And then all of a sudden you just have a conversation and somebody will find something similar with somebody else, and you just that's where it starts.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think you would have reached out eventually if it wasn't for your partner pushing you?
Oh, it's a Vish question.
Well, yeah, that is, yeah.
Well,
he voice noted me before.
I don't know. I think I was looking myself anyway. I was looking at because obviously I listen to like podcasts, watch YouTube, and I mean a lot of them will say, "Oh, we're sponsored by," and I'm not going to say their name.
I know exactly who you're talking
about. But basically, I looked. I was like, "Oh, because it's like
there are better options out there."
Yeah, there you go. That's it. And I looked at it, and I was like, "Oh," and then I'm sure it was like 80 quid a week, and I was just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
that's going to make me even worse. Yeah. Because then I'm just going to be like, oh no. And they're like, oh, how are you this week? I'm terrible. I'm skinned now. Why? Because of you. But I was looking at that, and then I was just trying to find other ways, and then I did something through my work at the time, which they kind of offered me, and that was great. Like I'd never done like therapy or anything, and I got given this woman, her name was Mel, and she was from like up north, and it was so good because people up north don't bullshit you. They are So now I know if I ever need it again, I'm going to be like, oh, where are they from? And if they're from up north, I'll be like, sweet. If they're from London or something, I'll be like, no, I'm not interested.
Watford, Gatton, Lower.
Absolutely not. So it's like, up north. But at one point, she said something to me, like, she was talking to me, and she said, sometimes she's like, when you're stuck and you want the questions, some people will dance around it, and sometimes you just think, just get the fuck on with it. And I'm just like,
I think you need that though. I think you need that sometimes, that kind of like push to like, oh, actually, because it's almost like shock factor. Because I think it breaks the stigma around like therapy, and I think there's something I mean, I love swearing anyway. I think there's something quite, unless it's not like in a nasty way, but like when someone just drops like those kind of like words, it literally resets you. Like, now I'm listening.
Yeah, I'm back in the room.
Especially in those kind of environments, because it is intimidating. You're bearing your soul. So if you have got someone like Mal who's like, fuck this, you're like, okay, yeah, you've got me now.
Yeah.
I like that.
So, but yeah, I think I'd probably have seen it because obviously do you know what? I don't actually know. I can't even answer it because it's I wouldn't know. But I guess being like living around Holton, going like say on the family fun days and Back and Forth are always set up there. Maybe I'd see it and kind of be like having a look, you know, just popping my nose in and okay. Then walking back away, running off.
Yeah, we had it 3 years ago at the Holton Fun Day. 3 years ago, there was a guy that came round, and he passed the stall, and again, and again, and then he came back about the fourth time, and he came up and he spoke to us. He said, "It's taken me 5 pints to pluck up the courage to come over and talk to you." So he came over, we had a conversation with us, and he thanked us, and he's messaged me a few times since. And he went off, and his missus and his kids were over on the table sitting down, and they all sort of got around a massive hug after they came. I was like, that's it. But it's that just taking that breath and doing it, because you've just got to push yourself a little bit.
It's so easy to say, like, don't be scared. You know, the walks, they're absolutely fine. Because I know what it feels like. You know what I mean? It is that anxiety and that feeling of like, oh, you know, but it is. But I'll be honest, like, I think a lot of people will agree when you go, you do feel it, but it takes like 10 to 30 seconds for you to suddenly go, actually, I'm all right. I feel welcome here. And it's all good. And you just sort of get into it.
Yeah.
And then you look forward to the next ones.
It's the same as going to the gym, though, isn't it? Like those kind of situations, like, oh, I'm not going to go to the gym because everyone's going to be looking at me. It's like, no one's looking at you. Everyone's there for their own kind of like benefit to focus on themselves.
Everybody's too busy videoing themselves in the gym to look at anybody else. It's my tripod, get out of the way.
Or other people.
Well, there is that. It's another podcast.
I've got. I had a question that I thought of. A good one.
Guests bring in questions.
You haven't had to do anything this week.
Because obviously I listen. Because I've listened. You know, one of the things that is said, like, you know, that whole like, if you could go back 30 years, so you could talk to yourself, and sort of, you know, what would you say? What would you do if you got a knock at the door today, and it was you 30 years from now, who's come to speak to you?
We've done it. Well,
That is good.
Yeah. What's in that monster? We've done something similar about what would we do if we went back and spoke to our previous selves.
Yeah.
So that I like that. So, yeah.
I'll just straight away look at the hair and go, oh God. You know, if it's dark, I'm going to know I'm dyeing my hair. Because I'm already going grey.
Sponsored by Just From Them.
And then there'd just be all sorts. And then I'd be like, oh my God, I was like, have you got this week's lottery ticket?
Yeah.
No, right, can you come back when you
It's
got
like
it?
Back to the Future. We got the sports almanac, so I can, it's a good one, because I don't know. I don't know whether I'd want to know or not, to be honest. And kind of like, you get to a point in your life, you're like, right, I've gone through this shit and I've come out the other side of it and I'm in a decent place.
Yeah.
Do I want to know what shit's coming next, or am I just going to roll with it, knowing that I can get through the shit that I've got through already? Yeah. Can I get through what's next?
I mean, what if, like, future Dan comes back and he says, whatever you do...
How far in the future are we talking?
So this is 30 years from now, Dan.
Not looking good.
He could come with a warning and say, Dan, he's like, whatever you do, don't buy that Porsche 911. Say, like, one comes up, like, in a barn and you're going to work it up.
Yeah.
He's like, no, keep the midget. And then...
That's a car.
That's
just clarify, that's a car.
Yes, the MG
and that's
midget.
just cancelled.
You had a good run.
Keep the MG, but then 6 months after the 911, like, this Mustang will come up. Like, sell the MG and get the Mustang. But then what will happen is, what if you went, and then all of a sudden he leaves, and then like 2 weeks later, this Porsche 911 comes up. Oh, we've got this old thing. It's in a barn, but we need to get out of the way. It's $8,000, but it's worth like 3 times that. And you're going to go, but it's 911. But he's telling you, like, the future one's like, no, don't get it, because it's going to send you into absolute financial...
I was going to say, 30-year-old Dan needs to elaborate more on why not. Because I'm still thinking, fuck it, I'm buying the Porsche.
Yeah, it's a Porsche.
I don't know. My mindset, and probably it's shifted a lot in the last couple of years after the stuff we've been doing and stuff, I probably would have wanted to know. And I think now I wouldn't want to know. I think I just want to roll with it. And it's almost like testing yourself a little bit. You know, I've got, like I say, I've gone through shit. I've gone through X, Y, and Z. I've done that. I've built up a bit of a toolkit. Can I use that again now? And knowing I can trust in it to use it. And almost sort of like, nah, fuck it, shut the door.
Yeah.
And I'll find out what happens myself. I don't know.
I think you'd have to.
I think it's...
I mean, if myself in 30 years' time knocked the door, I'd be like, fuck, you're still going.
Well, to be fair, yeah. So 76-year-old Dan knocks my door. Why the fuck are you not dead yet?
Thank God.
Try harder.
But yeah, no, I think I'd follow suit. I think I'd be the same. Like I've lived a lot of my life worrying about what has happened. It's kind of shaped me now. But even recently, like I've just took the biggest step in my career, I guess. Like I'm so anxious about what's coming. So I'm kind of like trying to actively be here in the moment, like less phones, less looking at my watch, less time on the laptop, more time with family and friends. So I think I would close the door.
Yeah.
Unless it was like lottery numbers or something useful. But at the same time...
Postcode lottery.
Yeah. If it was going to happen, it would happen without me knowing it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So I think I would close the door.
Yeah. I want to know. But then again, it's like, because we talk about going back. You guys have spoke about going back. It's like, you're going back to you as when you were like, you know, between the ages of 10 and in your teenage years.
Yeah.
So what effect would you have on them?
Yeah.
I'd like cut your hair. Stop being a fucking nerd. That, if I could go back and say that.
Yeah.
I never
Stop
had a
wearing
detention.
knitted stuff. Take it off.
Yeah. Tank tops.
No.
Yeah. Get on with school.
Yeah.
Get on with it.
So what would you do if
Yeah.
Rob from the future knocked your door? What would you do?
You
See, you can't come with a question and not have an answer.
So I'd
No,
be
I would
going.
assume it was a bailiff and just I wouldn't answer the door in the first place.
Through the curtains.
Yeah. So you don't answer the phone, you don't answer the door.
Maybe it's the council that garden.
I don't know. I think I'd ask. Like I said, I'd ask where I live, and then I'd be looking at the hair. Because, like I say, if it was dark, I think I'd do. Because that's the thing. I'm very stupid. I'm so stupid.
We're all going to go grey, mate. After
No, but if my hair was dark and I know I'm dyeing it, I'd do something really ridiculous. Like in my head, I'd be like, right, I'm not going to dye my hair, and I'd sit there and watch it turn grey in front of my eyes. Space-time continuum and all that.
So if I don't look like that, things like that can't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Okay.
But I don't know. I'd be like, where do we live? And I don't know. Imagine if it said something like, what's because I've got Jack, he's 3, and I'll say, what's how's my son? And they go, which one? Ooh. Oh God,
that's an EastEnders moment.
I'd definitely close the door. Not today, thank you.
I don't know. Yeah, it is. It'd freak out, wouldn't you? I don't know. I reckon I'd just be like, look, don't tell me about the future. Just enjoy the past. Do you want to drive your old car?
Yeah.
Let's go and have a pint.
Reminisce on what.
And then he'll go, I'd love a pint because they don't exist in the future. No.
Oh fuck it. Yeah, don't come back. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I like that.
I like that. Well, it's true though, isn't it? That you always focus on going back. It's never going forth.
Hey, see what you've done there.
Thank you.
Like that. Yeah, good question, mate. Well done.
Yeah. And then also, what about the football? Because I realised driving here.
I see somebody else wants to talk about football this week.
No, but
what you
when
want?
when this goes out, there will be
we won't know.
There will be a final ready, and we don't know who's in it. Well, it will. So
is this one of those ones where we celebrate, or we?
It's going to test your editing skills, really, because we're going to have to do. But we're going to have to. We're going to have. We're going to have to. We're going to be like, shame. They tried so hard, but they just didn't quite get there.
That is genius. We'll do 2 takes of that. Oh my God, we're in the final.
Oh, I can't believe it. What a great game that was.
I know, honestly, unbelievable. I never saw it coming.
No, mate. No, they played really well. It's brilliant.
Yeah. Best of luck to the team.
Yeah. Good luck on Sunday, boys.
They played well though. It was a good game.
Well, yeah, semi-final before the tournament started. You take that.
Yeah.
It was close though. But you know what? I'm no professional, so who am I to judge?
Do you know what was really interesting? So I watched not the last England game, the England before. I watched it in Belgium, and I didn't realise how many people hate the English. It was like they were actively booing. Like it was at a festival. Like they were booing when we scored. Like if anything went well, and it was like it almost got to a point where I was like, ciao. Like, I'm not saying anything in English because the way they were like behaving.
You start putting Belgian face paint
Yeah,
on. Yeah.
but a lot of people don't like Argentina apparently. So I think a lot of people might be on our side.
Well, it's a big thing, isn't it? Because the Argentinians have already tried winding up the French in previous tournaments, and they've already started doing it about the Falklands and stuff ahead of the game on yesterday. This messes my head. But yeah, there's a lot of. I mean, being Welsh, I don't really give a shit which way it goes. To be honest,
I think you're Welsh.
Yeah, but I mean, the kids dropped it on me on Sunday that they both want England shirts. So I'm kind of like, well, they've just completely disowning the Welsh side of it. So I'll embrace it. I'll get with it. But yeah,
I think with football, it's weird because obviously with us being in England, you know, the World Cup's a bit different. But you know, football is quite political, isn't it? It's a bit of a
massively
political. Like you couldn't, let's be honest, you couldn't sit on there and talk about the Premier League, like because it'd just be like I said, you know, like earlier on, I was like, oh, you know, let's talk about religion and then politics, and it's like the group chat would explode.
Yes. Yeah, and I mean, the case in point is what happened before the USA-Belgium game where the American player got sent off.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Donald Trump's getting involved to speak to FIFA to get the red card overturned.
Yeah.
What the fudge is that about? Just, it's football.
I've really struggled to get into it this year for those kind of reasons. Like, I think time difference has kind of like messed it around, but like the refreshment breaks, like the ad breaks, like it is so almost too American. It's almost took the fun out of it a little bit.
Yeah, it is a typical American show, isn't it? And like you say...
So did you see the final halftime show?
No.
It's like Madonna, Justin Bieber, BTS, Shakira. It's like...
Oh, they're doing like a Super Bowl.
It's a 30... I think it was like created by Coldplay. So it's like there's like a 30-minute like halftime show in the final, which England are in.
Well done, boys. Or, it's a shame England not there to see it.
It's a shame, yeah. They love Shakira.
Sips don't lie.
How was Pitbull? Anyway, was it good?
Have you seen Pitbull?
So good.
Again, friend of the show.
When you mentioned it, I laugh because I do think he looks like a mortgage advisor.
Yeah.
He dresses.
But but you know what? I'm now a record breaker because I was part of the collective. Hang on, let me say that again. We're a record breaker for the amount of people in one place wearing bold caps. There was like 25,000 people in one place all wearing bold caps.
Wow.
All together, laughing, joking, dancing.
Is the Guinness World Record?
Yeah, I've ordered my poster.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Get it on
25 quid for a poster.
Did you see Pitbull when he had hair?
I don't want to need that.
You've not seen him when he had hair?
No, I feel like that would ruin it.
Proper really good looking bloke. Yeah, very like, I think he was a model and stuff when he was younger.
I just think he's like, I know all jokes aside, like I'm a bit of a music nerd with this kind of stuff, but like he's just an instant good mood for me.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff that he says, like there's a line that I'm actually going to picture, it's like, time is not a waste of time. No, that doesn't make sense. Time is not a waste of time. Let's live life. Life is not a waste of time. So let's live life and have the time of our lives. It's like stuff like that. Look, I just give me goosebumps.
Finally got there. It's been a long weekend.
Why you did this to me. But it was like on the day, it was all the music that was playing of a certain time when I first started, like when I was like 18. It was like Tiny Temper was there, like KTB, like Kesha, Lil Jon. Like it was just like everyone was just there having so much fun, and it was like the sun was shining. Like it was just, it's moments like that for me that just like that's what life is about.
Yeah.
For me, like you could be having the shittest day, the shittest week, but for that kind of like 3-4 hours, none of it matters. You're just there with your friends, with your family, like, and just having the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's right there because music does that. He's gone. He's gone. Just forget. But I stumbled across a 90s playlist on Spotify the other day and did exactly the same. I had it on in the van and I'm like getting into it. And then Sunday morning I had Theo in the van when Jen was doing a car boot. I said, come on mate, we'll go to the car boot and catch up with mummy. Jump in the van and it's still playing on Spotify. And because his teachers are of the same age as me, they've been playing it in the classrooms. He was singing along to songs that I knew from the 90s and I'm like...
Timeless.
Yes. This is perfect.
Timeless.
But it is right.
Wanna be?
No Spice Girls, mate. I got suckered with that at the bonfire display last year. went to Bonfire Display as the charity, and we had to get on stage and do a piece about what we did. And there were 3 charities there, and each one was selected. It was Chris from the group, Chris Meacham, was running the decks. And we all had to do a dance to a song as we got on stage. And me and Kev went up and he played Spice Girls Wannabe.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
What Spice Girl would you have been?
Probably sporty.
Oh, wow.
I'd go sporty.
Oh.
Yeah.
With those knees?
With these things. They were all right in the 90s. Didn't have the problem then.
Yeah. I'd say I'm really into. I've always liked country music, but I'm
Yes.
Yeah.
proper,
See, I've
getting
got
into it.
Yeah.
It's a thing that I think you appreciate more as you get older as well. Because my mum always had country music on. She's doing the housework with Dolly Parton and shit.
Yeah.
And you're always like, oh. And now you're kind of like, not so much Dolly Parton, but the country music thing. I
think it's the storytelling of country music
Yeah, I
for me
think so.
that gets me. There's just something about country music that just takes you on a bit of a journey.
Yeah.
But is there anything like I used to like be really scared of saying like I like listening to Pitbull, like it's a good mood for me. But I think it's one of those things, like especially with the things that are in like your mental health toolkit, it's like if it works for you and puts a smile on your face, there is not one person on this planet that can say you shouldn't be doing that, you shouldn't be listening to that.
Correct.
So for anyone who hates Pitbull, watch your back.
He's coming for you. He's coming for you.
If it works, it works.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of uplifting music. Like I used to be. I guess when you're younger, you're quite self-conscious, and it's like, oh no, I don't listen to that. It's crap, at it.
Yeah.
You want to look like you're into like the good music and stuff like that. But now you get older, you don't care.
No.
And it's like I will literally be like, if I'm having a bit of a down day or it's raining or something, it's like weather shit. It's like that's Club 7, reach, turn it up.
Yeah.
Again, really positive, inspiring.
Yeah.
Reach for those stars.
Absolutely.
Climb every mountain high.
Do you know what I like?
Can't remember the rest of the words.
I say what I listen to as well. Sometimes I'll just play like random stuff in my lorry, and I'll be pulling up. Like sometimes you put the window down and I'm blasting out.
Barbie girls coming out.
Like, I tell you what, little Venga boys. Venga boys do some good shit.
Yeah, but it's right. And what you're saying there about being older and not giving, I had the same conversation with Jeremy the other day. We were talking about something. She said, what about what people think? Like, I've got to be honest, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I am who I am, and if you don't like it, find somebody else to talk to,
Yeah.
because that's just who I am now.
Yeah.
And it is an age thing, and the older you get, I think the more you sort of say, do you know what? This is me. Accept me for who I am. If you don't like it,
Yeah.
scroll
It's a
on.
powerful place to be.
Yeah.
But very powerful.
I feel bad. You do see it. Some people who are, it's like they're self-conscious, aren't they? It's like I'm worried what people are going to think, and you sort of look and you kind of got to let them do it.
Yeah.
Because it's like you can't just go, oh, no, don't care what they think, because it's not going to happen. Their brain is wired at the time to just be like, no, I don't want to be made to feel silly and stuff like that. Whereas, like you say, you get to a point where you're just like, I don't really care. I mean, I went to a barbecue on Saturday, and my mum and my dad, I said, I'm going to this barbecue, the weather's hot. And I said, Dad, you got one of your cowboy hats? So he was like, yeah. So went up, had a look, found one. I was like, oh yeah, I kind of shaped it, everything, put it on. I was like, yeah, that'd be fine. Because when I'm in my mate's garden, it'll be fine. It'll protect. I don't know why we don't wear more cowboy hats, because they are very good. They protect your face, they protect your neck, they protect the side, protect your ears.
And you look really fucking cool wearing one.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
But no, the best thing is, not only did I pick it up, and then I had to go
Especially with the Spurs.
I had to go pick some stuff up for Alison, so I had to go to Superdrug.
You left it on.
So I left it on.
Yes.
Yeah, I went to Superdrug with it on. And then where else did I go? And then I went to Tesco and got some drinks.
Yeah.
And I just walked in. And people do look at you, but to be fair, like, that's all.
Own it.
They just look at you.
Yeah.
I wish I had one of them.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cowboy hat envy.
I do think that, I think country music is, and I really hope, like, you know, that thing we'll talk about phones where you talk into it and you get your partner to start, you know, getting it to come up on your partner's phone so they start to see it more, things. And we need to start saying, like, cowboys and cowboy hats and Western themes. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I agree.
Well, play this loud enough over the speaker and your phone will pick up on it.
Yeah.
And then everyone now will start getting stuff on their phones and they'll be like, oh, look, Stetsons and stuff. And then people start wearing them.
My playlists are like that anyway. So I think if anything, mine's like no more. No more.
Yeah, I think it's the whole Yellowstone, all this stuff that's been coming out. People are watching it and stuff. But yeah.
I've still not watched that. I keep falling asleep. I can't
Do
get
you?
into it.
I haven't watched it.
I love it. It's great.
We have tried it a few times and we've got sort of 3 or 4 episodes. I've just gone,
The first episode is a hard watch.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's almost like a film. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours
Yeah.
long. And and it's like, I know they're trying to introduce characters and you're sort of learning their personalities, but it's like it's hard. But once you get past it, it's like then things start happening, and then there's other things that happen around.
It's the Kevin Costner effect, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everything he does is really long. It's kind of like, oh God.
Again.
Yeah.
Did enjoy Waterworld though.
I love Waterworld.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite films.
Am I?
Oh my God, you knew we were best friends this whole time.
well,
Nearly 100 episodes in.
It's one of my guilty pleasures, a bit of Waterworld. Right, okay. Moving swiftly on. Love Spuds. You've been here before. You know what Love Spuds are. Mm-hmm. Have you got anything that's gripped your shit this week or has made you feel good? Now, bear in mind, we're on a positivity episode.
Yeah, although it's a positive episode, so...
Gripped your shit.
That's vile.
But I've got a spud. And it's, to be honest, it happens to me on a daily basis, but it is people who drive on their phone.
Ooh.
So I was in the lorry last week and I was behind this Kia. And it was a taxi because he had the little plate as well underneath his number plate.
From Wolverhampton.
I don't know where.
Most taxis are taxied in Wolverhampton.
Where the cities are available.
He was
Not for your taxi test.
he was bouncing between the lanes, like he was doing like, I don't know, like less than 50 mile an hour, just bouncing between the lanes. And I've gone into middle lane, and I just looked, and in a lorry, you can see everything.
Yeah.
Like you can see what people are doing. How you can see into other people's worlds is incredible. Like sometimes you're driving along, and your passenger will be on it. I can see what they're looking at. I can see their videos and everything. It's weird. I'm not a weirdo.
Well,
It's just like, like someone's just sat
Well,
there.
if anything, they shouldn't be doing it in the first place. So I think you're well within your rights.
No, the passenger.
Oh, the passenger.
If the
Oh,
passenger's
right.
doing it, I
voyeurism from the lorry.
I have seen people that are like scrolling through reels or driving. But yeah, he was just on his, and he literally, as I got alongside him, I had to like hit the horn at him because I thought he's going to come sideways into the lorry. But he
you're
literally had he had both hands on the bottom of the steering
Yellowstone
wheel,
on.
and he was literally holding his phone. And he was just texting,
That's bad.
and then I just went, and then he straight away just threw his phone down,
Yeah.
and then he just looked out up at me, and then he just like accelerated off.
Nothing's that urgent.
No.
Like,
no.
But like people as well, they'll hold the phone and they're talking. And
Yeah.
I mean, you'll see someone in like, I don't know, a 2024 BMW X5, and it's like, you do know that you can connect to this car. It has Bluetooth connectivity.
Yeah.
But like you still.
Also, you can use like dictation. Like you can talk to
Yeah.
like things and stuff.
I love
like
it.
that.
Have you had it in your car?
Yeah, I do it all the time.
I love it. You hit it, and it's like it'll say you press the voice command, and I'll say, "What's that, Alison?"
Yeah.
And then it'll say, "What would you like to say?" And then you say it, and then it says
Reads
it
it
back to you.
back.
And then it encourages you to just say weird stuff. And then when they get the text, they're like, "What are you on about?"
And then blame Siri, sorry.
Yeah. But I just stuff like that. I don't get how people don't do it, but that is it. And it's also people who just sit in the middle lane. I mean, we all hate them. And
Yeah.
I think like there should be serious fines, because I've even seen people where they come on and they literally straight indicate and move into it,
And just sit there.
and they're like, right, I'm in my place. And I think people that do that, they need to be heavier fines or possibly capital punishment.
Yeah.
Oh, where's the police when you need them?
Guns on the gantry. There you go. If you're just sitting in the middle lane, it just
50
starts,
cal on a bridge.
it just starts firing.
Yeah. Put that into bin face, see what he says when he gets elected.
Oh,
Probably,
God.
probably get him in.
But no, that's just my suppose. It's just the driving on the roads lately, especially in the summer, I guess, because people are making plans, and it's like it isn't worth it.
No.
Yeah.
No, but I've got plums as well, like you say, being positive, going barbecue, spending time with my family, and also appreciating the kids. Like my daughter's obviously leaving her primary school. She's going to be going up to secondary school.
Oh, nice.
Stuff like that. And it's just like things I like seeing her report yesterday was really nice, because it's just like everything she's got is all good. She's all up there and everything is strong. So
Yeah.
Good.
she's good.
And that's what you should be taking. You and Alison should be taking credit from that as well, for putting in that position to be ready for that next step. So again, coming back to that, giving yourself some credit. There's not just the school involved in that. That's you as well, mate. So
Yeah.
take that.
Definitely.
Have you got anything, mate? Apart from having no voice.
Definitely got a spud. Picnic blankets. Obviously, I go to a lot of festivals and a lot of gigs. People who think they own the floor that they're on just because they've got like a picnic basket, well, not picnic basket, like a picnic blanket. I will now go out of my way to stand on that, just so they know you don't own the floor. So that's my spud. My plum is, I think, following on from you, like the CERN, being around friends and family, like music at the minute. Like this is my favourite time of year. Like just being out in the CERN, like music blaring, like there's nothing better.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's mine.
So we're going for both, right? Okay, so I'll start with my spud this week. So I've got a little bit of a sore rear from my parachute jump, which I've really struggled with this week, and sitting down for a long time is fucking painful.
Yeah.
So I did one of those things where you speak to your doctor to say, can you prescribe anything? Have you got any recommendations? And I literally put in there, I am struggling at work because it's hard to sit down for a period of time. I got a call back from the receptionist at the doctor's who simply said, the doctor said she should go and sit and wait at A&E to be have a scan done. I'm like, I've just told you I'm struggling to sit down. You want me to go and sit in the hospital for hours on end? No. So that's my spud. My plum, again, similar to you guys, we're now coming towards school summer holidays. We've got loads of stuff planned. We've got the van. We're going away.
A van?
Have I not mentioned it?
No.
We got a couple of trips planned, chuck the bag in, disappear for the weekend. Good summertime ahead.
Nice.
Can't wait for it.
We were talking about the van before we came in.
Yes.
Because you were talking about the stickers, how you're not...
Yes.
You're not allowed... Was it? You're not
So
allowed dub life.
I want a sticker out on the back 3/4 of the van, and I've seen some designs, and Jen's like, nope.
Like powered by fairies.
Live, laugh, love on the back of it.
Dub life. Adventure
So I'm not
before,
on anything too chavvy, so I've been designing some stickers. So
adventure before dementia.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
I like
Get
that.
that in fucking quick.
TM.
That's it, I think.
Enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's been a good episode.
Yeah.
Thank you both for coming in.
That's right.
It was really
Thank
good.
you.
Thanks for leaving us on our own, boys. Just remember that we've got through today without the two of you. So just putting it out there, you're not invaluable. Just quickly, I've done a lot of work on the app this week. I know, Rob, you've been on the app and using it. I've seen you on the little tick feed at the top.
Did you? Yeah.
So we've put in a feature in the app as well now for your love spuds and plums for the week. So if you put something on the app and you want it to read out, put it in there and we'll read it out on the podcast. So yeah, download the app. All the details are on our socials and Linktree and all that jazz.
The link to the app is in today's show notes.
Easy. That's it. Brilliant.
There you go.
And apart from that, there's only one thing left to do. Rob, you've been here before. Don't fuck it up. I'll see
You.
Next.
Thursday.
Hey, we expect it to go wrong.
I don't know if I can do two of them, but it's fine. I only got the one, so it's fine.